animation mistakes that you didn't notice in Gumball. Enjoy!
Ya llegamos
Y esto es...
al Preli. In animated series and movies, it is very common that if you pause at the right moment, you will find animation errors. And while this doesn't mean that the animators did a bad job, the truth is that they are still a lot of fun to watch.
The first mistake we'll take a look at is something that nobody, absolutely nobody, not a single soul could notice. Unless they watch the scene frame by frame. In the episode The Microwave, Gumball and Darwin create a monster who they named Kenneth by putting snot, bird poop, hair from Richard's belly, and sour milk into the microwave. A mixture from hell.
And so, the first mistake happens just after they were attacked by their own creation, when both brothers equipped themselves with the most state-of-the-art armor, a pan and a strainer. Here, like any other individual, or well, fish, Darwin blinks. The only issue is that, apparently, Kenneth's bites were so severe that he lost the color in his eyes along with a pupil.
The next mistake is also only noticeable for a single frame, and you may be thinking that we are exaggerating and that we shouldn't make a big deal out of this. But you know what? The mistakes that can only be seen for a couple frames are always the best.
For now, let's talk about the episode The Helmet, where the entire Watterson family becomes obsessed with a paper hat that seems to give them good luck. Each one is willing to do anything to get it, even ignoring their personal hygiene. Why are we mentioning this? Because in this particular scene, we can see how most of Gumball's teeth have turned completely brown. Ew, gross. Those teeth are as terrible as your chances with your crush.
Apparently, not brushing his teeth had more serious consequences for Gumball, as we can see in the episode The Flower. Here, Leslie spends a lot of time with Penny, which makes Gumball feel extremely jealous. This is represented with two personalities, one is good and the other is evil.
In one of the scenes where Gumball's bad side takes over, his mouth briefly disappears for a moment.
Continuing with the theme of creepy mistakes on Gumball, let's move on to an error involving Nicole. In the episode The Authority, Grandma Yo-Yo drives Nicole insane by being too overprotective with Gumball, Darwin, and Anais. The situation escalates to the point where Yo-Yo basically tells Nicole how she should raise her children. Nicole snaps, and she launches herself at Yo-Yo to attack her. In the heat of the moment, we can see Nicole's pupils disappear, making her look even more disturbing. It looks like when it comes to Grandma Yo-Yo being annoying, Nicole just didn't see it coming.
In the same episode, right after Nicole and Yo-Yo start fighting, Richard, Gumball, Darwin, and Anais exit the house to get into the car. As they drive away, Nicole hears them and goes outside, where we can see a slight problem with her shadow. If you're not going to have eyes, why even bother with a head? That's so overrated.
Now, let's take a look at another mistake involving Gumball, because this show hasn't humiliated him enough. At the beginning of the episode, The Advice, Gumball and Darwin are chilling around the school halls when they are suddenly startled by a loud noise. And apparently, Gumball is so confused by the sound that his ear changes location and he becomes... Crimson Chin?
Oh, but that's not the only secret Gumball is hiding. In the episode The Uncle, he reveals that not only he is the Crimson Chin, but he is also Pink Pearl. By the way, this frame looks really disturbing. Who drew this? Junjito?
Do you think we should stop bullying Gumball? Nah, let's keep it going with more mistakes. It seems that having rotten teeth, no mouth or pupil, and transforming into Crimson Chin isn't enough. In the episode The Fate, he takes it a step further by adopting a shark mindset, going from having no mouth to suddenly sporting two mouths.
Can you imagine the possibilities? With two mouths, we could eat dinner and dessert at the same time. We could eat and drink. Could we speak differently on each mouth? If a song features two voices, could we sing them both at the same time? Okay, that's enough. Let's move on to the next mistake before we spend the rest of the video making crazy theories about having two mouths.
Fine. Let's leave Gumball alone for a moment and focus on what happens to Darwin in the episode The Prank. Here, both brothers humiliate their father by playing pranks on him. So, Richard tries to take revenge by playing genuinely dangerous pranks. As a result, Gumball and Darwin get so scared that they hide in the bathroom.
Here, Darwin sees how horrified Gumball is, so he decides to lend him a hand, literally. And this won't be the last time we'll see characters breaking apart, because that's a recurring mistake in this show, and it's only going to get scarier from now on.
In the episode The Mustache, Gumball and Darwin drink Richard's supplement by accident, transforming into manly men with mustaches. However, it seems that they became so strong that Gumball suffered a terrible tear while they were buying movie tickets.
We all know that moms are always one step ahead of their children, and Nicole proves this to us. So after seeing her kids making minor errors in their limbs, she said, "You know what? I'll show them what a real animation mistake looks like."
In the episode The Date, there's a scene where the whole family is talking while eating. Everything was going well until this happened.
However, Nicole missing her legs isn't the only disturbing thing here. It turns out that she wasn't even supposed to be in that scene, because just a few seconds earlier, she had left for work.
In the episode The Helmet, besides seeing Gumball's rotten teeth, we can also see his legs disappearing and his body suspended in the air. Look at him. He's so excited about what he accomplished. I imagine him saying something like, "I call this trick the Oliver Atom."
And you know what's the best part? This wasn't the only time he did this. In the episode The Others, we can see him and Darwin being launched into the lockers. Here, either he did his trick once again, or he hit himself so hard that his legs came off. Tell us your theories in the comments down below.
Sadly, Darwin wasn't as lucky as Gumball. In the episode The Club, instead of Darwin making both of his legs disappear, he only managed to break one of them. Looks like he took the expression "break a leg" too literally.
Speaking of Darwin, we have another mistake from the episode The Limit. When the Wattersons go to the supermarket, Nicole gets mad at Gumball, Darwin, and Anais because they keep asking her to buy things they don't really need. You know, typical kid behavior. And when Darwin asks Nicole for chocolate, all we can see are his arms.
Let's look at a mistake that is more strange than funny. In the episode The Fight, the entire school is going crazy because Gumball is going to have a fight with Tina. Among the crowd, we can see Penny, and if we take a closer look, we'll notice there's a random eye below her.
In the episode The Castle, we can see two mistakes in one scene. When Gumball, Darwin, and Anais are sitting on the table, Gumball's color is brighter than usual. Additionally, the way he's eating his sandwich is quite strange, as he isn't even holding it right.
Let's move on to a mistake featuring Anais that's really crazy. In the episode The Rerun, Anais falls to the ground due to her legs shrinking. The thing is that she completely falls apart.
Everything is out of place. Her legs are behind her hips, and her right arm is right below her cheek. Just look at her. She's clearly in agony.
Calm down, son. It's just a drawing.
I know, officer. I know. It's just that this mistake is truly shocking.
Remember when Darwin became nothing but arms? Well, Gumball had it worse. In one of the scenes from the episode The Stories, where Gumball is shaking Darwin, if you go frame by frame, you'll be able to see how Gumball's body suddenly disappears, and all that's left is one of his arms holding Darwin.
In the episode The Copycats, we can see one mistake involving the cheap copy of Nicole.
When Nicole's copy scolds Gumball's copy for being lazy, she raises both of her hands, but part of her left hand disappears. I mean, I'm not surprised that Gumball's copycats had the same mistakes as Gumball.
In the episode The Dress, Gumball pretends to be another person because he feels ashamed to be seen in his mother's dress.
However, he ends up creating a story so convoluted that it only makes things worse for him. What's funny is that towards the end, there's a scene where Gumball's torso becomes invisible. I mean, if he had the ability to turn invisible all along, then why did he bother to create such a complicated story? Gumball logic.
But Gumball isn't the only one with superpowers. In the episode The Remote, there is a scene where Richard, Gumball, and Darwin are fighting Nicole. At one point, Darwin accidentally hits Richard while Nicole is getting into the car. However, upon closer inspection, it looks like Darwin actually goes through the car's door. Finally, we picked a mistake that isn't weird or scary. It's more of a technical issue. In the episode The Lesson, there's a scene where Gumball and Darwin are simply standing. However, if you take a look at the top corner, you'll notice an animation counter. This is a tool used by animators to track the frame they are working on, and if there is a mistake, they can fix it more easily. Something quite ironic if you ask me.
If you like this video, please give it a like and watch this other video that we think you like. We love you. Bye!